Did you know that reality TV star Kim Zolciak has been ordered to pay off her Target credit card debt amidst a series of financial disasters? From high-profile lawsuits to home foreclosures, Kim's finances have been in the public eye for all the wrong reasons. Kim has herself in so much debt, but unfortunately, she has to pay. The question remains, how did a star with such a lavish lifestyle end up in this much financial trouble? Kim isn't the only celebrity that has found financial woes. Keep watching to find out how fans most idolized becomes fans most dismissed. Kim Zolciak first gained popularity on the reality TV show The Real Housewives of Atlanta before moving on to start her own show. Talk of extravagant spending, expensive taste, and glamorous lifestyle on the show, Kim delivered and over-delivered. She quickly became the fan favorite of the show because of her outspoken personality and luxurious lifestyle. After she left the show, she started Don't Be Tardy. The show featured her life with her husband Troy Bierman, a former NFL player, and their 6 children. In the media, Kim seemed affluent. She drove expensive cars, wore designer clothes, and lived in a mansion to top it all off. However, a lot happens behind the scenes which the audience doesn't have access to, and things are not always as glamorous as they seem. Recently, Kim was ordered to pay $2,482.24 to Target. The debt became public when the bank took legal action to recover its balance. Even though the amount seems small compared to what people have seen Kim wear and use, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Also, for the bank to take legal action, she must have received several warnings. So how did this debt come about? According to court documents, Kim opened her Target credit card back in December 2007. For years, she used the card to make several purchases, but couldn't keep up with her payments. Her last payment was $4,500 in September 2022, after which the bank didn't hear from her. The bank made efforts to get Kim to pay her outstanding debts, but she ignored their requests. Eventually, the bank had no choice but to take legal action against her. In March 2024, a Georgia judge ruled in favor of Target National Bank, ordering Kim to pay the $2,482.24 balance and a $131.14 in legal fees. This legal action against Kim is just one of the many financial issues she is facing. While the amount she owes to Target might not be huge, it's a sign that there are bigger problems at play. It shows that Kim has been struggling to manage her finances and keep up with her debts. The Target card debt is just one of many that she and her husband are dealing with. In 2023, Kim was faced with another issue. American Express sued for over $215,000. The lawsuit revealed that Kim made several purchases but didn't pay for any of them. This is so shocking. It was a huge blow to her public image and showed how deep her financial woes were. According to reports, Kim had an American Express card with a high credit limit. She used the card to make several luxurious purchases, including lavish vacations, expensive jewelry, and designer clothes. Kim kept spending and spending, and over time, the balance grew larger and larger until it reached over $215,000. Just like Target, American Express tried to get Kim to pay, but she ignored their requests. The company had to eventually take legal action. It seems as though Kim's habit is a factor in the financial woes. She's always had a taste for the finer things in life and hasn't been shy about spending money on luxury items. Now it's obvious that she's been living above her means and perhaps was doing all that to remain relevant. Kim's fans were in utmost shock because they thought her to be wealthy and financially secure. Things got worse when she and her husband faced foreclosure on their $2.6 million Georgia mansion. Although they delayed the foreclosure for a while, it showed how deep in trouble they were. The couple purchased the home in 2012 and had been living there with their 6 children. While the mansion was a symbol of their wealth and success, it came with a hefty mortgage. Over time, Kim and her husband fell behind on their mortgage payments. Despite attempts to catch up, they couldn't meet the necessary payments. Kim and her husband had requested more time before the foreclosure. They put their home on the market for $6 million in an attempt to sell it off and pay off debts. However, there wasn't enough interest in the property and they had to keep lowering prices. The foreclosure process is a long and stressful one. It involves legal fees, court appearances, and a lot of uncertainty. For Kim and Kroy, the possibility of losing their home was a major source of stress and anxiety. The IRS has also been on the couple's radar. They owed a lot of money and had several liens for unpaid taxes. The debts go back many years and add up to a lot of money. According to reports, the couple owes more than $1 million in taxes. These debts cover unpaid taxes, interest, and penalties that have accumulated over several years. One thing about owed IRS money is the fact that the longer they hold off on paying, the more interest and penalties keep adding up. But that's not all. Kim and Kroy still have other unpaid bills. With this level of debt, one can only wonder if what was seen on The Real Housewives of Atlanta and their own show were all products of extravagant spending and financial recklessness. Were they in a desperate effort to maintain their image and status in society? They owe money to banks like Simon's Bank and Bank of America. They also have debts with other creditors, adding up to even more financial trouble. All these unpaid bills are leading to more legal actions. The couple is faced with several lawsuits and court appearances, which have resulted in more legal fees and stress. Is there a chance for them to get back on track financially? Put your thoughts in the comments below. Taking a look at the debt pattern, one thing is clear. It is a case of pure financial mismanagement. The couple has been spending a lot of money without paying back. They lived above their means and failed to manage their money properly. Aside from the massive debts and legal actions, there's the irreparable damage to their public image. Kim is not alone in the celebrity groups who had financial troubles. In fact, we're just getting started, and things are about to get more interesting because the next celebrity might surprise you. Do you remember ex-NFL and Dancing with the Stars celebrity guest Antonio Brown, who was one of the most electrifying wide receivers in the NFL? Well, he is currently broke and has filed for bankruptcy. Who would have ever believed that Antonio, who made more than $80 million and was a 5-time first-year All-Pro and a 7-time Pro Bowler, is experiencing financial turmoil? Despite all his touchdowns on the field, he didn't settle the score off the field. According to court documents, he owes nearly $3 million to 8 different creditors. There's also a $1.2 million court judgment to a moving truck driver called Anton Terminoff, who sued Antonio for assault and battery in 2020. When Antonio didn't show up in court, the judge awarded damages to the driver. There's also a debt of $2 million to KCB Marketing. The company sued him for not paying commissions on more than $2 million in earnings from market deals. And that's not all. He has thousands of dollars in credit card debt. But how did someone who made huge amounts of money during his career be in such a tough spot? It is evident. Poor financial decisions. Spending money on luxury items with no proper finance management is a problem. Up next, Lindsay Lohan. She became a super famous child star after movies like Parent Trap and Mean Girls. She was one of the biggest stars in Hollywood and made millions and millions of dollars. However, as she grew, things went terribly wrong. While everyone saw her glamorous lifestyle and many envied it, behind the scenes, she was struggling with money. At one point, she owed the IRS over $233,000 in unpaid taxes, which led to her bank account being seized to clear those debts. There were other debts breathing down her neck, such as legal fees from multiple legal issues, including an incident where she owed about $100,000 to a limousine company for services rendered. She owed a tanning salon about $40,000. Many agree that her lavish style contributed to her financial woes. Lindsay was known to spend money on any luxury item, such as Birkin bags costing from $12,000 to $200,000. Well, Lindsay made a comeback from all the woes. She rebuilt her financial standing through several ventures and seems to be in a much better place. While Lindsay was able to make a comeback, perhaps with several lessons, can Antonio and Kim dance back into the spotlight as well? Let us know in the comments. Ensure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel to get updates about your favorite celebrities. See you soon, little birds!